Hello everyone. Welcome to the Stock Minds web channel. OPRA Limited, NASDAQ OPRA, has been quietly but steadily building momentum as one of the more underappreciated tech plays in the market. With strong revenue growth, expanding monetization strategies, and low valuation, the company is increasingly catching the eye of growth and value investors alike. In this video, we will dive into OPRA's recent earnings, stock performance, growth potential, and the risks investors should consider. About OPRA Limited. Founded in 1995 in Oslo, Norway, OPRA Limited has evolved from a niche browser developer into a global internet brand. The company offers a suite of products, including the OPRA browser, OPRA GX for gamers, and OPRA News, catering to a diverse user base. OPRA's commitment to innovation is evident in its integration of AI features and expansion into mobile advertising, enhancing user experience and monetization avenues. OPRA financial performance. In Q1 2025, OPRA reported revenue of $142.7 million, marking a 39.61% increase from $102.21 million in Q1 2024. Earnings per share, EPS, rose to 20 cents, up 19.22% from 17 cents in the same period last year. The trailing 12 months TTM revenue reached $521.13 million, a 26.49% increase year-over-year from $411.99 million. However, TTM EPS decreased by 44.8% to 93 cents from $1.68. Free cash flow per share improved by 31.51% from 73 cents to 96 cents, indicating strong cash generation. The company maintains healthy margins, with a gross profit margin of 53.92% and a net profit margin of 16.16%. Return on assets stands at 6% and return on equity at 9.2%, with a low debt-to-equity ratio of 0.01, highlighting financial stability. Over the past 5 years, OPRA's revenue has grown at a CAGR of 30.6%, while net income and free cash flow have fluctuated. However, this year, OPRA is projected to grow both its revenue and net income at a double-digit rate. OPRA 2025 Financial Forecast. Looking ahead, analysts are optimistic about OPRA's continued trajectory. Forecasts for full-year 2025 revenue are $573.61 million, a 19.34% increase over 2024's $480.65 million. Non-GAAP EPS is expected to rise 22.92%, reaching $1.18 from 96 cents in 2024. These projections underscore the confidence in OPRA's strategy and market execution. Moreover, analysts have set a 12-month price target of $24.70, implying a 49.43% upside from current levels and reinforcing a strong buy consensus. These projections underscore the confidence in OPRA's strategy and market execution. OPRA stock price performance and valuation. At the time of making this video, OPRA's stock price is $16.53 and has appreciated by 26.18% over the past year, outperforming the S&P 500's 8% gain. Over the past 5 years, OPRA shares have surged 195.1% compared to the S&P 500's 94.7% increase. The stock offers a dividend yield of 4.84%, providing income alongside capital appreciation. Valuation metrics indicate attractiveness, with a TTM price-to-sales PS ratio of 2.81 and a forward PS of 2.35. The TTM price-to-earnings PE ratio is 17.78, with a forward PE of 14.46 and a TTM price-to-free cash flow PFCF ratio of 16.97. Looking at the valuation over the past 5 years, OPRA stock's forward PES ratio is below its average of 3.14, and its forward PE is also below the average of 17.95, suggesting the stock is reasonably undervalued given its growth prospects. OPRA growth potential. Opera's growth trajectory is fueled by its strategic focus on AI integration, enhancing user engagement and monetization. 1. Product innovation and AI initiatives. Opera is aggressively investing in new products and AI features which can attract users and open new revenue streams. Notable Q1 developments include the launch of Opera Air, a mindfulness-focused web browser, the first of its kind. Opera Air integrates stress relief and focus tools directly into browsing, showcasing Opera's innovation culture. Another key initiative is the Browser Operator, an agentic AI assistant built into the browser. An example, it can perform web tasks on behalf of the user. Crucially, Opera has integrated its AI assistant Aria into the mobile browser space. In mid-April 2025, Opera announced that Opera Mini, with over 100 million users, is adding its browser AI Aria to the app. Opera Mini is a leading Android browser, especially in emerging markets, and adding AI chat or model features to 100 million plus users greatly enhances the product. These AI-driven features, web research, content summarization, etc., improve user experience and can increase engagement and ad clicks. 2. User base and engagement. Opera's user metrics also point to growth potential. Average monthly active users, MAUs, in Q1 were 293 million. While overall MAUs were relatively flat, each user is becoming more valuable. The annualized average revenue per user, ARPU, jumped 45% year-over-year to $1.94. This RPU lift, together with growing ad revenue, shows Opera is extracting more revenue from its audience. It reflects improvements like better ad targeting and expanding advertising in regions where Opera is strong. Importantly, Opera's gaming-focused browser, Opera GX, is also growing rapidly. Opera GX MAUs reached 34 million in Q1, a 14% increase year-over-year. Opera GX targets the lucrative gaming market segment. Its growth helps diversify Opera's user base and revenue sources. 3. Geographic expansion and emerging markets. Opera's growth strategy places strong emphasis on global expansion, particularly in emerging markets such as Africa, Asia, and Latin America regions, characterized by rapid internet adoption and rising digital ad spending. Opera Mini, the company's lightweight browser, is a market leader in Africa with over 1 billion downloads globally, driven by its data-saving features and strategic partnerships, including free data offers in countries like Nigeria. Risk to consider. While Opera looks like a compelling investment, investing in Opera carries some risk. 1. User growth saturation. While Opera maintains a large user base of 293 million MAUs, overall user growth has plateaued. The Q1 report shows that MAUs were relatively flat year-over-year, suggesting that Opera may be reaching saturation in its core markets. Without accelerating user acquisition, especially in mature regions, future revenue growth may depend entirely on increasing monetization, RPU, which has natural limits. 2. Dependence on advertising revenue. Opera is increasingly reliant on advertising, which made up 67% of total revenue in Q1 2025. While this segment grew 63% year-over-year, advertising is cyclical and vulnerable to macroeconomic downturns. A weak ad market or reduced digital ad spend, especially in emerging markets, could significantly impact Opera's top line. Additionally, rising competition in digital advertising from Google, Meta, etc. could compress margins. 3. Regulatory and privacy challenges. Opera operates globally, especially in regions like Africa, Asia, and Europe, where data privacy and digital regulations are tightening. New laws such as the EU's Digital Services Act or evolving data regulations in emerging markets could increase compliance costs or limit Opera's ad targeting capabilities, impacting revenue from its growing ad tech operations. 4. Execution risk in AI and new products. Opera is investing heavily in AI-driven features like the browser AI assistant Aria and the agentic browser operator, as well as niche products like Opera GX and Opera Air. While innovative, these products face execution risk. They may not scale profitably or gain widespread user adoption, Moreover, the AI space is highly competitive and dominated by much larger players, for example, Microsoft, Google, making it difficult for Opera to stand out or monetize AI features significantly in the short term. However, despite this risk, with proven business growth and a low valuation, Opera stock still looks undervalued and a compelling investment right now. Conclusion: Opera Limited's impressive financial performance, strategic growth initiatives, and solid market positioning make it a compelling investment opportunity. With a strong business growth, attractive valuation, and promising future growth prospects, Opera stock is well suited for investors seeking exposure to the dynamic digital economy. But remember, this is not a financial advice. What do you think about Opera Limited? Are you buying, holding, or passing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss my next stock analysis. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.